510,000 miles. My 2005 Camry still runs like new. No engine rebuild, no transmission failure, no catastrophic breakdowns. Here's the truth. 12 simple habits separate 500,000-mile cars from junkyard casualties. I'm your ASE-certified master tech, and these battle-tested secrets will save you $15,000 in repairs. Let's start with the most dangerous mistake. Let me count down these 12 habits from least important to most critical, because what I'm saving for number 1 will blow your mind. Habit number 12, smart warm-up routine. Here's the dangerous mistake 90% of drivers make every winter morning, and it's costing them thousands. I had a customer named Sarah who religiously warmed up her Honda Civic for 10 minutes every day. Protecting my engine, she told me. After 80,000 miles, her engine needed $3,200 in carbon cleaning. Want to know why? Extended idling creates carbon buildup and actually washes oil from cylinder walls. The fix is simple. 30 seconds of idle time, then drive gently for the first 2 miles. Your engine reaches optimal temperature 3 times faster while actually getting better lubrication. Sarah learned this the expensive way, but you don't have to. Habit number 11, optimized oil and filter strategy. This one habit alone prevents 80% of engine failures, yet most people get it completely wrong. My neighbor thought he was being smart, ignoring oil changes because synthetic oil lasts forever, right? At 12,000 miles between changes, his $25,000 Subaru needed a complete engine replacement at just 65,000 miles. Here's the reality. Follow what I call the 5-7 rule. Conventional oil every 5,000 miles, synthetic every 7,500 miles. Never exceed 10,000 miles regardless of what the manufacturer claims. Pro tip, that'll save your engine. Change oil when the engine is warm to remove 90% of contaminants versus only 60% when cold. Habit number 10, transmission and differential care. Now we're getting into the expensive territory. This next mistake costs $4,500 and most shops won't tell you about it. Power flush versus drain and fill. This debate literally destroyed my buddy's 2018 Ford Explorer. The shop power flushed his transmission at 80,000 miles, loosening debris that clogged the valve body. Game over. Here's what actually works. Drain and fill every 30,000 miles. Replace 3 to 4 quarts each time instead of all 12 quarts at once. Your transmission seals stay happy and you avoid catastrophic contamination. The cost? $150 versus $4,500 for complete replacement. Habit number 9, cooling system overhaul. One forgotten fluid causes head gasket failure in high-mileage engines, and I see this mistake over and over again. My father's 1999 Toyota Avalon hit 285,000 miles before overheating. Original coolant from the factory. The $150 coolant change he kept putting off cost him $2,800 in head gasket repairs. Replace coolant every 5 years or 50,000 miles, whichever comes first. Include the radiator cap at $15 and thermostat at $25. Fresh coolant prevents the corrosion that kills water pumps and destroys gaskets. Don't be like my dad. Habit number 8, timing and drive belt vigilance. This $200 part can destroy a $15,000 engine instantly, and most people have no idea when theirs is about to fail. Interference engines like Honda's 1.5-liter turbo and Subaru's 2.5-liter boxer will destroy pistons and valves if the timing belt snaps. I've personally seen brand new engines totaled by a $40 timing belt that should have been replaced. Replace timing belts at manufacturer intervals, 60,000 to 100,000 miles depending on your engine. Look for cracking, glazing, or fraying. Serpentine belts show wear through rib separation. With interference engines, you're not just risking a breakdown, you're risking total engine destruction. Habit number 7, brake fluid and alignment precision. Your brakes can fail even with brand new pads and rotors, and this nearly killed one of my clients. Brake fluid absorbs moisture over time, dropping its boiling point from 400 degrees to just 280 degrees. When my client's fluid hit 3% moisture content, her brakes failed on a mountain descent despite having brand new components installed just months before. Flush brake fluid every 2 years, no exceptions. Test with moisture strips that cost $10. Poor alignment destroys tires in 15,000 miles instead of 60,000. Watch for pulling, vibration, or uneven wear patterns. Your life depends on these systems working perfectly. Habit number 6, air and cabin filter mastery. This $15 part can reduce your engine power by 20%, and it damages expensive sensors most people don't even know exist. Clogged air filters don't just hurt fuel economy, they damage mass airflow sensors that cost $300 to replace. I've seen these sensors fail at 60,000 miles from dirty filters versus lasting over 150,000 miles with regular changes. Engine air filter every 15,000 miles. Cabin filter every 20,000 miles. Clean your mass airflow sensor with specialized cleaner costing $8 when replacing the air filter. Your engine breathes easier, sensors last longer, and you avoid expensive repairs. Habit number 5, fuel system and injector maintenance. Modern direct injection creates a hidden problem that's killing engines, and most drivers have never heard of it. Gasoline direct injection engines develop carbon buildup on intake valves because fuel never washes them clean like old port injection systems. BMW, Audi, and Hyundai owners face $1,200 walnut blasting services by 80,000 miles if they ignore this. Add concentrated injector cleaner when your tank hits 1/4 full for maximum cleaning concentration. Replace fuel filter per manufacturer schedule. Consider top-tier gasoline with better detergent packages. Prevention costs $30 versus $1,200 for professional cleaning. Habit number 4, PCV valve and catch can upgrade. This $12 valve prevents thousands in engine damage, yet 99% of car owners don't even know what it does. The positive crankcase ventilation valve removes harmful vapors from your engine. When it fails, pressure builds up inside the engine, blowing seals and contaminating oil. I've seen rear main seals fail at 90,000 miles from neglected PCV maintenance, leading to complete engine removal for repairs. Replace the PCV valve every 30,000 miles. Consider adding an oil catch can for $150 to intercept vapors before they re-enter your intake system. Turbocharged and gasoline direct injection engines especially benefit from this upgrade. Habit number 3, spark plug and ignition health. Wrong spark plugs can literally melt pistons in high-performance engines, and this mistake almost destroyed my customer's Honda. My customer installed cold heat range plugs in his stock Honda Civic, thinking he'd get race car performance. Instead, carbon fouling caused misfires that damaged his catalytic converter. $1,800 replacement for a $20 mistake. Stick with original equipment manufacturer specifications. Iridium plugs last 60,000 to 120,000 miles. Check gap specifications before installation. Never assume they're pre-gapped correctly. Test ignition coils and plug wires when changing plugs to prevent misfires that damage expensive emissions equipment. Habit number 2, battery and electrical monitoring. A failing battery can fry your car's computer, and modern vehicles have dozens of electronic control modules worth thousands of dollars. Replace batteries every 3 to 4 years, regardless of how they look. Clean terminals with baking soda solution, then apply dielectric grease to prevent corrosion. A weak battery forces your alternator to work overtime, leading to premature failure and leaving you stranded. This seems like basic maintenance, but electrical problems cascade quickly in modern vehicles. Prevention is always cheaper than diagnosis and repair. Habit number 1, weekly inspection and logbook ritual. Here it is. The number 1 habit that separates 500,000-mile cars from scrap metal, and it takes just 10 minutes every week. Every Saturday morning, check fluids, belts, hoses, and look for leaks. Record your findings in a simple smartphone app or notebook. This 10-minute ritual catches problems when they're $50 fixes instead of $5,000 catastrophes. Consistency beats intensity every time. The owners of ultra-high mileage vehicles all share this habit. They know their cars intimately and catch problems early. Here's your game changer that'll make all 12 habits automatic. Set calendar alerts on your phone for each maintenance item. Your smartphone becomes your personal mechanic, reminding you before problems develop into expensive repairs. Next week, I'm revealing the 3 warning signs that predict engine failure 6 months before it happens. Miss these subtle clues, and you'll be shopping for a new car instead of driving your current one to 500,000 miles. Which habit shocked you the most? Drop a comment below because I read every single one and often reply with additional tips. If this video just saved you thousands in future repairs, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Your car and your wallet will thank you at 500,000 miles. Remember, this is Car Care Simplified, where we turn complex automotive knowledge into simple money-saving actions. Until next time, keep those wheels turning and those repair bills low.